Hello students, this is what journal entries regarding the transactions of partners with the firm. Before that, we have already learned how to record these transactions in the profit and loss appropriation account and also in the partner's capital or current account. But technically, you can record the transactions using these journal entries. Transaction wise journal entries are there, that is given in your textbook also, but this is only for your knowledge. But keep in mind this journal entry, our base is actually journal entry, as all you know, okay? And that journal entry, on the basis of which only we used to prepare ledger by posting them in the ledger book, okay? So that is journal entries are given. With the help of these entries also, we can find out that the entries which we have discussed in the previous sessions in recording in profit and loss appropriation account or in partners capital or current accounts are correctly recorded, okay? Like see, first one is for interest on capital. So first, there are two types of entries we have to record. First, we have to make due the interest on capital payable to the partner, and then that interest on capital will be closed and transferred to the profit and loss appropriation account. That is what the two entries we have to write. Like I have wrote the transaction also and as well as the entry also, okay? Like first one, see, when interest on capital is payable for the firm, okay? Firm has to pay this interest on capital to the partner, so interest on capital is payable. So the journal entry is interest on capital account debit because it is an expense, and it is payable to partners, means partners are the giver, so to partners capital or current account. Now as it is an expense for the firm, interest on capital, right, it is an expense for the firm towards the partner, so this expense will be closed and transferred to profit and loss appropriation account. So that is the second entry. I have wrote the title to close interest on capital account. So the entry will be profit and loss appropriation account debit to interest on capital account, right? Similarly, the other transactions we have, like salary, bonus, commission, remuneration to the partners. So when it is payable to partner, journal entry partner's salary, bonus, commission or remuneration account debit, that is the amount of salary, bonus, commission or remuneration payable to partner, not to employee, okay? Partner's salary, bonus, commission, remuneration account debit to partners capital account because it is payable to partners. And now closing this salary, bonus, commission or remuneration account to partners, right? So closing that account means it is an expense towards the partner for the firm, so it is closed and transferred to appropriation account. So its closing entry, profit and loss appropriation account debit to partner's salary, bonus, commission or remuneration account. Then next one is interest on drawings account. So interest on drawings, we know that firm is going to charge from the partners, so firm is going to receive that money from the partner. So for the firm it is a receivable amount, for the firm it is a receivable amount, and it is to be charged by the firm, means for the firm it is an income from the partner, okay? So income from the partner, but it is still not receivable, so partner becomes a receiver over here. So the journal entry for charging this interest on drawings is partners capital or current account debit to interest on drawings account, and then closing this interest on drawings account now. So it is an income and it is closed and transferred to the appropriation account credit side. So the journal entry will be interest on drawings account debit to profit and loss appropriation account. Then comes profit transferred to general reserve account or any other reserve account. So when any profit is transferred to reserve account, the journal entry, it is transferred from profit of the firm. Now over here that profit is available in appropriation account, so the entry will be profit and loss appropriation account debit to general reserve account. Then the next one, interest on loan of a partner. This is what we have discussed in the notes, that interest on loan of a partner is not recorded in profit and loss appropriation account, but it is recorded in profit and loss account. Okay, remember this. So see, it is given, when interest on loan is paid in cash, journal entry interest on loan account debit to cash account. This is the first entry, that when it is paid in cash, recorded as interest on loan account debit to cash account. When it is unpaid, when interest is not paid, the journal entry is interest on loan account debit, because it is an expense, to outstanding interest on loan account, because it is our liability, still it is not paid. And at the end, both these interest paid as well as unpaid are closed and transferred to profit and loss account. So the entry profit and loss account debit to interest on loan account. These are the journal entries we have regarding these transactions available. So students, all of you has to write these entries also in your classwork book. So see the entries, prepare the columns, prepare the 2 columns over there as I have prepared. On the left hand side you have to write particulars, and right hand side journal entries transaction wise. So on the left hand side you can see first one, interest on capital, then on the right hand side 2 transactions related to that, like when the interest on capital is payable and when the interest on capital account is closed. Okay, likewise one by one. So that is what you have to copy in your classwork book. You can write the title, journal entries, then one by one prepare this column and record these entries in your classwork book. Now we'll move on practical part, that is how we are going to solve the problem practically regarding these partnership accounts. Okay, so first question in your exercise 1 available, it is question number 7. Before that there are theory points available that we have discussed already, and also there are some short questions available after this question actually, but short questions we'll solve later on after the solution of these main questions, that is which we are going to where we are going to prepare appropriation account and capital account. That questions will solve first, so that we can have sufficient clear concept about this partnership accounts. Afterwards we'll move on solving the short sums. Actually from this chapter short sums will be asked in your board examination for 3 marks, and 1 mark theory points will be asked. But this chapter is actually basically important for you to know how to prepare profit and loss appropriation account and also the partner's capital account or current account, and that will be applicable in the other chapters starting from the next second chapter only. In each and every chapter of this first part, these 2 accounts are very much important for us. So that is why first we'll learn how to prepare profit and loss appropriation account and capital account, and then we'll move on the short sums. Okay, so first question we have 7th question in your exercise 1 in the textbook. It is already I have taken from the textbook only, so if you have a textbook available you can open the textbook. Exercise 1 it is available in your textbook. Go on that page and you can see that question also. No doubt I have wrote all the points available in the question also I have wrote, as well as the answers also I have wrote over here. So you can see over here also, no problem. Okay, so see the question, I am reading the question, and it is a theoretical discussion question we have, that how we are going to use the provisions of Indian Partnership Act 1932 when there is no partnership deed prepared by the firm, or there is absence of any provision in the partnership deed. So that we are going to discuss over here in this chapter. in this question. Okay, so see the question number 7. I'm reading now question and we'll discuss it one by one. You listen to me and see on your screen only that what I am discussing and what it is given. Okay, question number 7. X and Y are the partners of a firm. They have not prepared partnership deed. So it is already given that they have not prepared any partnership deed in a written form. Mutually they agreed upon all the conditions and they have started the business, but written form is not available for a conditions of that partnership deed. Okay, there is difference of opinion between the partners, so there is now, due to this, there is a dispute available between the partners, and please give legal advice to the partner. So in that case we have to give them legal advice that how we are going to follow provisions of partnership deed, Partnership Act 1932 in the absence of partnership deed. Okay, so the first point, it is given that X demands 6% per annum interest on drawings of a partner. Now we have discussed in the theory point also that when there is no partnership deed prepared, then no interest on drawings can be charged from any partner. So over here also the answer will be that as per the Indian Partnership Act 1932, no interest on drawings charged on drawings of a partner, because there is no provision in a partnership deed. Second, Y is an active partner of the firm. He claims for remuneration and commission. So he is claiming for remuneration because he is an active partner, but as per the Indian Partnership Act 1932, if there is no partnership deed, then no commission, no remuneration, no salary or no bonus can be paid to any partner. So that is the answer, that no remuneration and commission is paid to partner Y. Next, X demands interest on capital of partner. Just like the first point, as we cannot charge interest on drawings of a partner in the absence of partnership deed, we cannot allow interest on capital also to any partner, whatever the amount of capital invested by any partner, but we cannot allow any interest on capital to any partner in absence of partnership deed. That it is given that no interest on capital allowed to any partner. Next, X has lent loan of rupees 20,000 to the firm and he demands interest on loan. So X has advanced a loan to the firm and he demands interest on loan. That okay, it is payable to a partner, but there is no mention about rate of interest on loan. So in that case, as per the Indian Partnership Act 1932, we can allow him a loan interest at the rate of 6% per annum. So it is given over here. See, interest on loan of partner X is payable at 6% per annum. Next, firm has lent loan of rupees 25,000 to Y. X demands to charge interest on the loan. Now firm has advanced a loan to the partner. So there is a provision in Partnership Act regarding the advance given by a partner to the firm, on which the interest is payable by the firm to the partner at 6% per annum. But there is no provision available in any Partnership Act, that Indian Partnership Act, that if firm is advancing a loan to the partner, then how much interest is to be charged. So in that case, no interest can be charged from the partner to whom the loan is advanced by the firm. Okay. And the last one, X demands to share profit between the partners in the proportion of capital. So if there is no provision about the profit loss sharing ratio in the partnership deed, then as per the Indian Partnership Act, it is to be distributed among the partners in the equal proportion. Okay, that is what the last answer. See, profit loss sharing ratio among the partners shall be equal as per the Indian Partnership Act 1932. So this is what the discussion about the question we have available, that is practical discussion we have available, as how we are going to use the, or how we are going to give the legal advice when there is a dispute available among the partners and there is no provision related to that in the partnership deed. So how legally it can be followed, that we have discussed over here. And this is the first question that you have to copy in your classwork book. On your screen it is available. I am trying to cover the whole question on your screen only, so according to that you try to see on your screen, and accordingly you write it in your classwork book. Okay. From the beginning, and that question is available in your textbook also. You can copy all the questions and you can leave one line, and afterwards you can write these answers according to the theory discussion also. It is available in your textbook, or according to this discussion also. So complete this much part, and in the next session now we'll see how practically we are going to prepare profit and loss appropriation account and capital or current account. So the next session will be important for you, so please be ready with a classwork book, textbook, pen, pencil, scale, rubber, everything what you require. Okay, so we are going to do together this calculation and preparation of profit and loss appropriation account as well as the partners capital or current account next session. Thank you.